Hi Pisces, it's BaileeBee here with an intuitive reading to help you explore your subconscious, see what's going on. I hope you've had a lovely day so far. Thank you for being here. I intend for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about. And I want you to check in with your own intuition and confirm what's resonating with you. I hope that you can use that information to lead you to more safety and more fulfillment. Today I'm using two decks, the Modern Witch Tarot deck by Sterle and the Animal Spirit deck from Krans, The Wild Unknown. So I've also pulled a significator today, the Death card. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I think it's a really necessary part of our lives, is to make peace and consider death, and also in all its forms. I'm curious today what needs to go. What do we need to clear out in order to make room for the new? Let's pull two spirit animal cards to begin. What do we need? What spirits do we need to help us clear out the old? What is no longer serving us in our lives? Oh, that one really wants to come out. Glad it did. Lion energy. I love that. Strength. One more. It's funny, I almost used the Strength card instead of the Death card as a significator. So something about strength really wants to come out today. One more shuffle. And then butterfly energy. Oh, I love that combination. So I'm getting some transformation vibes here. Obviously, the Death card is all about transformations, and so is the butterfly energy. I'm going to read a little bit about this before we get into some clarifiers with the tarot. Okay, for the lion energy, patient, regal, a complete master. That sounds amazing. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. Okay, so the theme of this reading is absolutely transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. That's you, Pisces. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. So right off the bat, we have, a message about transformation and about the strength of being intuitive, the strength of knowing yourself, understanding yourself, maybe even at the expense of others understanding you, but I know that you understand that, Pisces. You're extremely intuitive, and not a lot of people understand that Some people love it and some people are intimidated, and it's actually kind of good because then it tells you right away what kind of person is for you and what kind of person is for you to leave for others. Okay, let's check out the butterfly energy. So the butterfly energy is about undergoing great change and transformation. That word again, transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or a prayer, done at the same place and time, and it will do wonders for lifting your butterfly's spirit. So when the butterfly is in balance, it's very cheerful and graceful. But when it's out of balance, it can be fragile and frustrated. So to bring it into balance, the advice is to pick just one small daily routine that might help you feel more in line with being in control of your life. So transformation is the word of the day, Pisces, and I love that the butterfly energy is here to remind us that we are always needing to take gentleness and kindness for ourselves most of all, because that's where we get our strength from. That's where we get our strength for renewal. It takes a ton of energy for a butterfly to, first of all, fatten up as a caterpillar, then find a lovely place to make its cocoon, then rest in the cocoon while it's literally reforming itself from the inside out, and then the struggle it takes to get out of the cocoon before it even begins its journey as the butterfly. So tons of strength is in the butterfly, even though it is delicate and fragile. And I think that the balance of the two opposites, like here we have the light and the dark, is the key to transformation and moving through circumstances. A lot of times we are afraid of the dark parts of change, but we want the benefits and the light side of change. And when we embrace both of those things, Pisces, it really helps our bodies and our minds to process change more fully and thoroughly, and it keeps us from generating further wounds when we're delicate and gentle with ourselves through hard times. And transforming like this is always difficult. It's never easy, or I should say challenging. It doesn't have to be difficult if you go with the flow, but it's kind of like with surfing, right? If you know how to get on the wave, it's not difficult. The momentum pushes you. But if you don't know how to get on the wave, it can be really difficult. So, all right, let's pull out some tarot cards for today and clarify. There's one out already. I'm going to pull 4. We have the Ace of Swords, so we're going to get some clarity today. Alright, what are we going to get clarity on, Spirit? Alright, there's 4. Quick energy today. The 10 of Swords on the back of the deck. Okay, so first out we have the Chariot. Then we have the 8 of Cups reversed and the 7 of Swords. So I pulled the 8 of Cups reversed for you the other day, Pisces. So I'm feeling like maybe this is about that challenging partnership that we were speaking of the other day, the one that you want to stick with and put effort into. But there's obviously some part of it here that needs to transform, and some part of it that needs to be put to sleep in order to make room, or put away or swept out to make room for something new, something better. So here with Ace of Swords, I'm seeing that you're going to get some clarity on what steps that you're going to need to take in order to fully embrace this death energy. The Chariot is telling me, especially with the Ace of Swords, that you might receive a message soon. Something that you're not seeing. The Seven of Swords is also a card of, something hidden from you. So my prediction is you might get a message about something, Pisces, that is not the easiest thing to hear. I'm seeing with this Ten of Swords energy here that it almost might be kind of the last straw for you in terms of what you're willing to handle in a certain way of life right now, or a certain way you're interacting with somebody. I'm really feeling that this Lion energy is coming out to give you strength to confront the situation and to speak your truth here with the Ace of Swords. Somebody needs to be confronted, not in a harsh way, but in a way that you're lovingly saying, I've had some clarity on the situation, and I'm trying to express my needs, and I want to be able to mend this, but we have to have an honest conversation about what's happening. Honesty is a blessing, Pisces. A lot of times, those who don't want to love us in the way that we should be loved, they don't like honesty, because sometimes it's difficult to hear that we're not doing the exact right thing all the time. But the truth is, no one's perfect. And if you love someone, they deserve your honesty, and for you to be candid with them about what you're going through, what your feelings are, and what you need from the relationship. So the Chariot energy here is full of vigor, especially this particular energy. This person on the motorcycle is obviously a badass. Here we have again the light energy and the dark energy, these balancing of opposites here. And I have out the crystals today. And a lot of times, this can be what's needed in communication when you're in a conflict, when you've sort of reached that last sword with somebody and you're like, no more. I'm not sensing that you want to walk away completely, because the Eight of Cups here is reversed. So you do want to save the 8 cups that you've been pouring into so far with this relationship. But again, there is, I think, something that even you are not seeing yet in terms of what this conversation is going to need to be about, this honest conversation that you're going to need to have with somebody. I am getting, though, that through this honest conversation, you're going to gain some information and some insight, maybe about the other person's perspective, why they're approaching the situation the way they are. And I'm getting here that the more gentleness and the more delicacy that you can bring to this conversation, the stronger the outcome is going to be. If you can have the strength to show up with compassion and to show up with gentleness while confronting this energy that is not serving you right now, you're going to be able to salvage most of these cups that you've been pouring into so far. But what I do know here is that this cannot go unaddressed. The Ten of Swords energy on the Empress underneath there, and the Tower card, wow. So there's definitely a change that's coming that needs to happen. The Death card was the right significator here, because what we're being told is that something is going to change whether we want it to or not. So we might as well address it head on with confidence, and we might as well, take the chariot by the reins here and lead the conversation so that we can ensure it is beneficial for all of us in a positive conversation. So the Empress energy here is also encouraging us. I always see a lioness in the Empress energy. To me, this is about strength. This is about having the confidence and the power to remain vulnerable. It is incredibly difficult to remain vulnerable, as you know, Pisces, and to keep your self-respect and keep your head high, even in a confrontation or a, even just something with friction. Friction is scary, and it takes a lot of courage and strength to be able to be vulnerable during a time of friction. So I encourage you to harness your inner Empress energy and your inner lioness energy. Even, if you are more masculine, this energy is for everyone. Every person needs the strength to be vulnerable and the gentleness to care about whoever is on the other side of the coin, because that is where we grow as humans, is when we work together. I know a lot of times in our Western culture we're taught that strength comes from doing it yourself, from relying only on yourself, and from drawing hard lines, hard boundaries, and fighting to get what you want. But I think as we evolved as humans, the opposite was actually true. Those of us who were better at compromise and listening to the needs of others in our community, our tribe, we were the leaders. We were the ones with the strength to lead and to hear out all sides and to be vulnerable and to admit, hey, I'm wrong sometimes. I apologize for, not being perfect here, not being perfect there, and really naming the places in which we can improve. That to me is true Empress energy. It's not perfection. It is the strength and the ability to say, I have flaws and I accept myself in spite of those flaws or because of those flaws, and I accept you and your flaws too. What I don't accept with this Ten of Swords energy is continuing on with a style of speaking or a style of working here that is just not for our highest good and for the good of the relationship. But with the Ace of Swords, this truth, you can ride high on that chariot, Pisces, to salvage these cups that you've been pouring into this relationship and discover the hidden parts of, this relationship, and the ins and outs and the cause and effect that you might not be seeing right now, but you can definitely uncover with the conversation and, a little bit of sharing, a little bit of trust, and the strength and the vulnerability it takes to approach that conversation with gentleness. So with the Death card as our significator, Pisces, I'm really encouraged here to, speak in strength, speak in compassion, but speak, Pisces, speak your truth. Let's get one more card of advice here. Ooh, I'm going to take that one, Nine of Swords, and then one that fell, I'll take that one too. Alright, we've got the Hanged Man. So, what I'm really getting here, Pisces, is that obviously we've gotten the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords came out earlier. This is going to be, like I said before, a difficult conversation. That's why our lion energy is here, right? That's why this is a reading of transformation. Transformation, like I said, it's not easy. It's challenging. Sometimes it can cause worry, but what I do know is that the more we worry, the less we actually execute. So again, I'm getting such strong energy from this Ace of Swords here. When you take control of your truth and you take that sword by the handle and you wield it with care and precision, you can rid yourself of all of these worries of carrying around all 9 of these swords or all 10 of these swords and completely exhausting yourself, Pisces. You do not deserve that. No one deserves to live in an energy of constant anxiety, high cortisol that just, kills our cells. It kills our energy and it wastes so much energy when really we could be confronting these worries. So here with the Hangman advice, Pisces, this is our energy, the Hanged Man. And what I love about the Hangman is that, or the Hanged One in this particular deck, is that they look so peaceful. I like to look at it upside down just to see their expression. It is such a glowing expression, just an easy smile. And, even though it might not be comfortable, it is seeing things from a new perspective by choice. It's a choice to take a pause, to try and see things from a new perspective, try and see things from another person's perspective, and to make a little bit of a sacrifice in order to gain new knowledge. So the sacrifice here could just be, the strength that it takes to confront somebody, the strength that it takes to prepare beforehand, before a difficult conversation, some of the things that you want to share, some of the things that you are okay with, some of the things you're not okay with, and expressing these things. Maybe you want to write a few notes, Pisces. That always helps me when I'm approaching a difficult conversation. I'll take some notes. I'll say some of the things in my head or out loud a few times, just so I've had a little bit of practice and I'm less nervous going into the conversation. But I do see here that you're going to come out with the information that you're hoping for, and you're going to have the strength to make it through, and that this relationship is going to result in more cups down the line. After the 8 of Cups, we have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So there's only up from here, Pisces. If you take the time to speak your truth, to do it with gentleness and with love, the worries of the 9 of Swords are going to go away, because you're going to discover information that helps you think of things from a new perspective, from a perspective of gentleness, kindness, compassion, and a new vigor for renewing this relationship and moving it in a more positive direction and thriving in the future. So after death is always rebirth, Pisces. And I wish you best of luck with this rebirth that you're going through, and this energy of working through and growing, doing the hard things, having the hard conversations, and feeling the struggle that ultimately brings the butterfly out of the cocoon and makes it strong enough to fly. I really hope this reading helped you, Pisces. I'm so honored to have been able to be in your energy and to read for you. I hope you have such a nice day moving forward. Please help out the channel if you loved the reading. Give it a like. The more likes, the better. The algorithm really needs likes or comments to help recommend the channel to others, and I can keep bringing you more readings. And if you love it, subscribe to the channel. I love new subscribers. If you're one of my first 500 subscribers, you are automatically entered for a chance to win a free 60-minute reading with me. So again, have a lovely day, and wherever you are in the world. Live long and prosper, Pisces.